Hey, this is the BroSis effect. We are back with another video, and we're going to be doing another reaction video of Sock 4, and it's titled Sock Lops. So yeah, we're going to react to it. I kind of forgot, honestly. I remember now. It's kind of weird. It's just everyone was different. There's that girl that got, like, her head, like, smashed in. Yeah, so it was kind of disturbing, but I'm kind of curious to see what this one is about, so...
Yeah, so I think the last three we watched had sort of one thing in common, which is like they were dream-like, not realistic. So I'm wondering if this will also be a dream, or...
who knows? Honestly, I have no idea. Yeah, it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder, so maybe they're just playing with us and they want us like to think it's going to be weird and it's just going to be like, but...
That third one was shocking.
I doubt it. It's going to be weird.
When I was watching, like, rewatching it, my jaw was there, like, because the third one was so crazy.
Like, what was my face? Probably just straight, right?
I think you were smiling. You always smile when I'm, like...
Yeah, good job.
Okay, so it began like this. I was a fat vegetable of a man, hooked up to a series of machines. I seem to remember being unable to do anything at all but think. I couldn't even urinate.
Ooh.
And there were pipes and machines to do that for me.
Ew.
My little soldier must have been awfully dry
Ew,
on the inside.
okay, that's gonna get blurred out.
It didn't matter because I couldn't feel a thing down there. I couldn't even see it. And it was all in the aid of testing, you see. And testing that I'd agreed to be a part of for some reason. Right, Ruddy Eck. These whites are incredible. What's your secret, Neville?
There's a fat, sweaty man tied up inside my basement. The secret lies in his pancreas.
Oh, Neville, you old joker. Why did you quit the comedy circuit?
Too much travelling.
His ears are way too far up on his head.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's proportional in this. I'm just going to say that straight up.
I'm going to have a lot of blurring out to do. Although he posted this on YouTube, but still.
Don't worry. You won't feel a thing in a few weeks.
That makes me think the sail
This testing
fingers.
makes all the difference,
yeah, it's strange.
We've done it! We've designed a computer that's actually a paedophile. Of course, it's no threat to anyone. It's incapable of physical abuse. It just thinks like a paedophile.
We shall be setting it up in the middle of town immediately and arresting anyone caught using it.
The man behind this wonderful invention also created a machine that could make any inanimate object physically aware of itself.
Take this normal cigarette lighter. An inanimate object, no? Try less defined by the argon beam, it slowly gains awareness as it reaches 13,000 hydrologs of Cancion. The cigarette lighter now realizes that it exists and shall remain conscious for the rest of its existence.
Okay.
Ah, how are we doing today, sir?
I'd be lying if I said my life was perfect before my cheeks started melting, but it was better than this.
Don't worry, Mr. Robertson. You didn't say that. You just thought it. What actually came out of your mouth sounded more like this.
Oh, gee whiz, Doc, I'm just swell. I've never been better in my life.
And I'm glad to hear it. It's comforting to know that our little tube isn't causing you any major concerns.
Wow, they're crazy.
Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
How you feeling?
Do you want a packet of crisps? Would you like a Rolo yogurt? No? What if I poke you? What was that? Orphan? Did you say orphan? I'll write that down on this blackboard. Marble? Was that marble? Did you say marble then? I'll write that down.
He's just groaning.
Who's paying? Wait a minute, you're paying the orphan in marbles? Is that what you're trying to say? You deserve better than that. Would you like a whisper gold?
Now I must ask, has anyone here ever smoked a car like one would normally smoke a cigarette?
I don't think that's possible.
I think you could if you crushed it up a little bit.
It'll be a wee bit harsh on the lungs though, wouldn't it?
It would. That is the issue. And ladies and gentlemen, today I intend to come up with a solution. You silly, silly people.
Are you talking to us?
Yes, all of you.
Why are we silly? We've been a great audience. We've clapped and cheered. Don't be so bloody ungrateful.
None of you are scientists, which makes you all silly.
Hey, that's not fair. You take that back.
No, I shan't take it back.
Why would a man of science turn against his audience like that? This question sparked a thought inside my head. If I were to press down hard on the left side of my hip bone, would I shrink in size? And would the right
Yeah, I
side of
don't
my
see
hip
the
bone reverse
correlation
the
to that.
effect?
That beard, though.
Of course it worked. Of course it did. The funny thing is, I've had this ability my whole life, but I've only just thought to use it. Red Wrangler! My favourite toy racer! I thought this day would never arrive. I'm small enough to take a ride. My childhood dreams have all erupted. That this is everything I could have ever hoped for and more. I want to go in the glove compartment. Oh, Shuffles, that was a tad too far. Well, there's no going back now. I went down further and further until I came across a forest of floating, spongy balls. I felt as if I was standing on my own planet at one point. Maybe a new home awaited me inside one of these
Can't get
spongy
bigger
balls.
again?
Yep, I'm going in. As I drifted further and further down, it became increasingly hard to move. All I could see when I closed my eyes was a faint, glowing yellow hoop, slowly approaching me. If I kept my mind on it, I could drift all the way through the middle of the hoop, without losing my concentration. This really felt like an achievement to me. In my mind, I built myself an imaginary trophy cabinet, and awarded myself a small keepsake for each time I drifted through the circlet. Well done, I thought. Well done indeed.
This is so weird.
Who thinks of this stuff?
Must have like a dream.
Who thinks of this stuff? Alright, so that large man in the beginning was being used. He was being held captive, and his pancreas was being used to make clothes white. Then there was that scientist guy talking about cigarettes and smoking cars. And then there was just this random guy who kept, I don't know, just having weird theories and being able to get smaller and smaller till he was so small that he
It just seemed like a
couldn't
dream.
do anything.
Honestly, it just seemed like a dream.
It was so strange and random, and
This guy must have like dreams of this stuff and just
I don't. How do you think of things?
Because your dream, have you ever dreamed and you just look and think back at your dreams and it's like, that doesn't even make sense.
Right, but some people don't even remember their dreams, or when
Well,
they
if
wake up, they're
you
very
gotta, like,
vague.
Yeah, it's hard to remember, but if you do, you like right when you wake up, you can kind of remember a good amount, and it's weird sometimes. You'd be like, that doesn't make sense, and it made sense in the dream. I don't know. It's just, I have no idea what this meant. It just seemed like a dream to me.
It just seemed random.
It's just so out of place.
It was just weird, but when the guy was like, it won't hurt any longer, it reminded me of Salad Fingers when he's talking to the horse and the horse is getting. He used the same like slow voice and zoom in on the guy. It was just the same technique he used in that Salad Fingers episode where the horse gets mutilated. So it was overall just gross, random, strange. I'm very happy I don't have dreams like that, because I would be very traumatized when I woke up the next morning. But overall, the 4 were very different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they all, like I said in the beginning of the video, their commonality was that dreamlike theme. So yeah, that was us reacting to the Sock series by David Firth. Let us know what you think of this series, if you have any other videos you'd like us to watch, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of our content. Until next time, this is the BroSis Effect.